quality, selection, comparative prices, and service.
The other thing though that I was gonna talk about as far as like going out and looking at the stores and stuff like that, location is kind of important. Like we need to find what stores are where, and then maybe, I don't know if anyone would have time right there, that maybe even like in another city, like Phoenix or something like that, because location is important. Because if you look at the store on the south side, it has more, but the crowd there is different than if you come to a Broadway store, which has a little bit less of stuff, you know?
Right.
The one on have, as far as Hispanic, you have more Hispanics there.
Right.
Because of location, then you
But that's based off how the regional buyers do it. They base it off of who's coming to their store.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. You have to
co-sponsors that they work with,
like map that out right away. Because you're talking about, are we singling out Hispanics or not? We found that last year that didn't like that national conversation that you know, so that's true. But then at the same time,
Well, I'll just throw this out there. When I shared this case study with someone that I'll just say knows the industry fairly well, and we're not supposed to do that, you know what I'm saying? And so, I mean, I'm not getting any specific help or anything like that. I just got an overall general impression. When you open up page one, they give you $100 million budget, and then they proceed to tell you that it's not going to include preprint, that what changes would you make to the in-store experience? These changes are funded separately. Digital customer experience, what enhancements, if any, can be made digital experience? These changes can be funded separately. The budget is huge. It's huge. So their advice is to think real big. You can always come down small. We can't just think about, well, in Tucson, this is the case. Is this going to work in Chicago, in Los Angeles, in New York, in all these
Mexico?
Oh yeah, but you have to also find the places that don't have it.
We need to find a list of all
really
stores.
big. I mean, this
That's something they gotta do.
$100 million, and that's any changes they make to the store. That's not part of the $100 million. The digital experience, digital is everything right now, and that's funded separately. So I mean, we've got a huge campaign to develop, so we're gonna have to think in order to do it. So that's why I'm like, that's why one of those goals was identify emotional components that individuals within the target have in common. So you can ask questions like, how important is it that where you shop reflects your own responsibility, you know, and things like that. We need to go deep into this, really cover those nuggets. What's that?
Store layout.
We need, well, because they're asking for suggestions, and we have interior designers here that can help us design a mock-up.
But believe me, they have that. We can make suggestions. I mean, what they're looking for is, and they say it's a core strategy, a single idea around which communication is based. So even if we're off base on our in-store layout suggestions, if we come up with a concept that will work, that's what they're most, you know, because we've been to district and nationals twice, and we've seen things that we thought of before that judges liked in other campaigns that we dismissed immediately, and things that we should have done. I mean, when it all boils down to the strength of your message, the strength of the campaign, the core idea behind it. All the rest of it.
It's just the data.
Yeah, and they're looking for who's got the best idea.
So really getting.
I mean, I was looking this up over the weekend, like how in the in-store they build direct traffic and use, you know, they'll put carpets in certain areas to slow traffic down, mirrors in certain areas to slow traffic down.
Have you talked to Ashley?
I mean, and they know this stuff. It's not a department store that's coming up and and it's new to the market and doesn't know it, they know.
I mean, look at
So
IKEA.
in-store suggestion might be like carts for the little ones, so that you don't have to lug them around while you're shopping. You can put them in the cart, and like, you know, that might be a suggestion. But as far as like telling them what the science of interior design is, they know it. They already know it.
But
I mean,
they are doing so bad at it.
No, not if they do business with 54% of America on an annual basis. That's huge.
I don't think they're doing bad. I just think that they're the medium. You know what I mean? Like they're kind of
Yeah, they're not too, in my opinion, I don't think that they're doing good either. They still have this, yeah, they have the people who are sticking behind the brand, like, oh, I've shopped at JCPenney since I was 12, but I think they want to grow more and get the people who are always going to Macy's no matter what, who always go to Target, start from Target. We want people to go to JCPenney because it's JCPenney.
Loyal consumers.
And not to be embarrassed to shop at JCPenney. Be like, oh yeah, I got this at JCPenney.
and then go,
You're not really proud. You want to be proud.
Problem back
And
here.
so we need to think about like product placement and major like television shows.
So if that happens here, then it's already flawed. Or that's the problem.
Desperate Housewives.
You're already building a creative, you know,
Product
creative.
placement.
They even watch all the furniture stuff.
So Matt, like,
Makeover stuff. But they record it. Even if they're not at home watching it, like living with my sister, she TiVo'd everything. And if her husband, like if his golf game collided with it, like she didn't care. I'm watching my television show. It was like Orange County, like the Real Housewives, the Desperate Housewives, all kinds of shows. And I think that we really need to find what they're interested in as far as like media, across the board, because then we can narrow down a possible celebrity endorsement. Possible. But at least asking that
But
information.
even bigger than the celebrity endorsement would be to form a campaign, conveys the message, you're not going to be in there shopping here, and then support that with media placement. When they see someone on Desperate Housewives come in with a JC bag, then they're like, oh, well, you know, it's okay to shop at JC. And it's constantly reinforced on different shows in their magazines and everywhere else.
it's got to be like bombarded all at once. Like, whoa, I've been doing
And they are giving us the money to buy it. And so we've got to, so we're running down the last 10 minutes, so let's determine the specific goals for the focus group, and then we can all put some questions together that are centric to those goals. So,
can I email these questions I have though?
Yeah.
We're analyzing it,
Yeah. Okay, I have yours. You three. I don't have yours. I don't have yours.
She's with me, so whatever
Okay,
you
so I'll
send
just
to her,
send it. Okay, cool.
or whatever you send to me.
And then could you send it? Yeah.
It's just my first last name that I got to
Yeah, I don't know how to spell your name.
Oh, we have to order.
Hopefully those questions will go.
I think that maybe a weekend goal is to visit the store.
I can never do weekend.
For the last couple of years,
You can't do weekend?
Can never do weekend.
Okay, can you do sometime this week?
I can do it during the week. Yeah, I have a weird schedule though.
For example, so this is something that you must want to verify when you go there, because it's only coming from one person. But I asked her, how do they determine the music that they play? And it's from a database that obviously been selected. They don't play just a local radio station.
Same
On
as
top of
Starbucks.
that, music is different in young men's and juniors, and it's the same throughout the rest of the school. And that's something that I would like to verify. And something we may consider as an in-store suggestion is to play different music from here as 25 minutes before the shop. Something that's not elevated music. And there's a whole science behind that too, because you don't want too much upbeat music that makes you feel like time's going by and they need to get out of there. Like all the music they select is at a certain tempo or underneath. So there's a whole
In about
science behind
5 minutes, we're going to
I think we
But
should
Start
find
having
just
each
find
group
some better
identify,
it's out
just,
there.
I'm gonna talk about what each
Sure.
group, where each group is at, and what your, just a summary. So, team leader, I'm gonna ask you to do that. If you don't have your team leader here, it's the next person that was asked to be the team leader for the day. Because one of the things we're
So
gonna
do you
do
want to
is
be
kind
the
of
team